Yes, you can use eyeliner, whatever your age, including black. Hi, I'm Julie and welcome to Still Sassy. Of course, like a lot of things, it depends on your eyes. What shape are they? What colour are they? Are they small, hooded, have lots of texture? And what's your preference? If you've worn eyeliner all your life and you love it and you love the way it looks and you're happy with it, that's absolutely fine. There is no need to change. It's quite a personal thing, I find, eyeliner. And I did have to smile when I was in a Facebook group recently and they were talking about this very subject. I'm going to read you some of what was said. "I'll be doing a flick in the care home," said one. "I'll be wearing liner until my hands are too shaky to apply it, and even then they will have to prize it off me," said another. "I wouldn't be seen dead without it," was quite a common response. And another one said, "They'd better put it on me when I'm in my coffin." So you can see the whole debate around eyeliner is very hot. And you know me, I'm all about doing what feels right for you. Now I've got makeup on, apart from mascara, and I'm going to explain all of that in a little while. Now I love eyeliner, I'm in that camp, and I'm probably one of these that in 30 years time, when I'm much, much older, I'll be still wearing it and I'll be still cursing anybody who tells me that I can't. I wear it most of the time when I'm out of the house, but actually I don't wear a lot of black. I never have, even looking back to my younger years, which seem a long way ago now. I was more of a brown or coloured eyeliner type of girl. I should be embarrassed about the amount of eyeliners I own, but I'm not, and I'm not going to be, because every one of them brings me joy when I wear it. And that's how makeup should be. It's about the joy and the love of makeup and how it makes you feel, not what other people say the rules are. Of course, there are always things to consider. That's why we have makeup artists, and we will tell you the best practice for a certain thing or a certain look or a certain tool. But in the end, we have to wear what feels fab on us. But just so you know, I did count my eyeliners ahead of doing this video, and it turns out I've got 29 coloured eye pencils. I've got 9 shimmer pencils. I've got 22 pencils in various shades of black, bronze, brown, those sorts of tones. And I've got 15 eyeliner pens in various colours. And when I say pens, I mean something that looks like this. This is by Clinique. And it's like a pen, and it's liquid liner, but the tip of it is just a bit sturdier. You seen that? Than other liquid eyeliners you could use. And I've got one of those here too. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Crystal Dimension. And that nib is quite a bit softer. It moves, so that's slightly more difficult to apply. So I think you'd agree that's a lot of eyeliners, but I don't regret buying any of them. Of course, I've also got some eyeliners in my kit when I'm making up other people. So there are a lot of eyeliners in this house. Now we're going to dive into the how-to in a second, but before I do, I would love it if you could subscribe to this channel and like this video too. I'd be very grateful, it really helps out, and thank you very much. Now one thing you'll hear over and over again is that black is too harsh on mature eyes, older eyes, aged eyes, whatever you want to call them, and that we should switch to navy blue, grey or brown. I also get asked about lining all the way around the eyes. I'm in quite a lot of Facebook groups regarding makeup where this is asked, and the people who are wearing makeup like that usually get a bad rap. People say you're too old for it, or it doesn't look great on you, or what are you doing? And the responses are, well, I like it usually and I'm sticking with it, and good on them. So what I want to do today is to instill in you that if you feel confident wearing your eyeliner as you wear it, or if you've never worn it before and you want to give it a go and you feel confident enough that you want to give it a go, then this video is for you. Because I'm going to test out these two things. I'm going to test out the swapping out black for brown and also rimming the eyes to see how it looks. I'm going to do one eye in black, one eye in brown, and we'll see what we get. Let's have a look at choice of eyeliners. Now I've already said I own many eyeliner pencils, and that is my preferred choice. I usually pick a creamy, long-lasting one, as they are just so much easier to apply and manage. And often too, I'm smudging out my eyeliner, so the creamier the better. But you do want to find one that's not going to smudge unless you want it to, so a long-lasting eyeliner would be great. They are available in many colours. Urban Decay in particular do a massive range of colours, and I've got all sorts of colours from them. Kiko also do a wide range of colours, and I find their eyeliners particularly good too. I'm going to be using them here today. And then Victoria Beckham, which I've got one of here. This is really creamy and easy to apply. Probably one of my favourites. This is in a bronzy colour, but she's got many other colours, so look out for those as well. Not the cheapest, but this is lasting a long while, so it's definitely worth the investment if you want a really lovely, creamy eyeliner that stays around for a long time. And then my favourite black is this Trish McAvoy, which is the gel eyeliner. It's called gel, but it is still just a pencil. And that goes on really well. It's very black too. The one thing about applying pencils is that you have to keep them sharp. Once they're blunt, it's much harder to get them on straight and also thin enough. So always have your sharpener to hand. I think this is a Victoria Beckham one. I got it free with the pencil that I've just shown you, but anyone will do. A top tip with pencils is that if you find that they are a bit smudgy, but you like the pencil and you want to use it, but it might be a bit smudgy for you, then once you've got it on, just put some eyeshadow in a similar tone over the top, and that will set it in place for you. I'm often asked about using eyeshadow as a liner, and yes, you can use shadow and it can look amazing on your lash line and underneath your eyes here, but not in the waterline, which is this part here, or your tight line, which is under there, sort of the fleshy parts of your eyes, because it will just irritate your eyes and make them water. So don't use eyeshadows in there. Now liquid liners like the one I showed you earlier from Charlotte Tilbury can be more tricky to apply. So if you're not particularly confident or just want to do it quickly and it look great, then maybe this isn't for you. It's mostly because the tip of the applicator isn't stable. It moves quite a lot, so you've got to have a really precise line to get it looking okay. I do use them occasionally, this one for instance, because it's quite special, the colour of it, so if I find something like that I will use it. Just take your time, it is doable, but if you are worried about struggling with this, then stick with the pencils or with the pen eyeliners, which are liquid but just much easier to put on because it's like a pen and the nib is firm. Using liquid in your waterline and your tight line is a bit of a no-no as well, because it probably won't stay on and it will irritate your eyes. And then I get asked when to apply your eyeliner when it comes to the order of putting makeup on. Well, it doesn't really matter, but there are some things to consider. So for instance, if you're wearing eyeshadow like I am today, obviously you'd want to put that on first before you put your liner on in your lash line, because otherwise you put your liner on and then put your eyeshadow over the top and you wouldn't see your liner so well. But definitely put it on before your mascara, because when you've got mascara on, and that's why I haven't got mascara on now, because I'm going to be putting it on in a minute, while you're doing your line here on your lower lashes, if you've got your mascara on, and particularly if you've got long eyelashes like I have, it can catch on your eyelashes because obviously they're a bit stiffer because you've got the mascara on, and that can make your line look wobbly. And if you've got long eyelashes like mine, then you can't see what you're doing if they've got mascara on and they're all looking perky and lovely. The tight line, which is this fleshy part underneath the lashes here, I prefer to put on again before mascara. You can water in the eye area when you're doing that particular thing. I'm going to show you in a little while how I put mine on. I've tried different ways and I've found the way that works best for me. You just trial and error. But again, if you've already got your mascara on and your tight lining, I find that the pencil can catch. But again, give it a go and see what works for you. The waterline, which is this one here, you could put on any time really, before or after your makeup. I prefer to put my liners on when I've got everything done apart from my mascara. One caveat to that though is if you're using a liner and you're pulling down your eyelid slightly to do it, you've just got to be careful that you might get finger marks here. So I always check that I haven't left an indent, and I'll touch that up if I need to. But in the end it really doesn't matter, just whatever order seems right for you and gives you the best result. Okay, I think it's time to actually get some eyeliner on. So the hair's out of the way and I've got my first pencil. This is the Kiko. They are called Intense Colour Long Lasting Eyeliner. And they are cheap. I think they're somewhere between £8 and £10 roughly, depending on where you're buying them from. But they are great for staying on. They're really good colours. I've got a lot of choice of colours and they're definitely worth picking up. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to start on my lash line, put the black on and then the brown, then go to the tight line and then to the under eye. So I've sharpened my pencil, but I might have to do it again because they do go blunt quite quickly. Now everybody has their own technique for putting eyeliner on, so the way I put it on, as in how I hold my hands and things, is not going to be the way you do it. Just choose whichever way feels right and gets it on in the correct way. So I'm going to start in the corner, and the way I would advise you to do it is not to try and do it in one big stroke. Do it in little short taps. And you want the eyeliner really here to be as thin as you can get it. I think that's where people go wrong. They put far too much on, make it really thick, and that's when it starts to perhaps not look as good as it could be. The other thing is not to go right to the end of your eye. I'm not doing a flick today. And the reason for that is you don't want your eyeliner to be dragging your eyes down at the edge. Now I've squeezed it right into my lash line where my lashes are, and that's why doing it in small little movements could be great because you can get it as close to your eyelashes as possible. Now I might actually smudge that out if that's the look I was going for. I'd take a small little smudger brush and smudge it out. That would be my preference, but I'm not going to do that today because not everyone wants to do that. But that's probably as thick as I'd want this liner at this stage. So now I'm going to do the same on the other eye, but in brown. I'm right-handed, so I always find this way a little trickier. Squashing it in again. I have to remember when you're doing this that we do have texture on our eyes. We're more mature women and that's just the case. So it's probably never going to look as pristine as on somebody with much younger eyes. We just have to accept that. One thing that can help is to hold your eye out a little bit, but very gently, because you don't want to be stretching your eyes too far because that's not good for them when you've got older skin, and just do the same. So that's the brown. Brown, black. Now for me, my opinion on my eyes is that I prefer the brown, but we'll get the rest on and see if that changes. So now I'm going in with the black again, so we're on this eye, and I'm doing the tight line, which is this here. A lot of people struggle with this because it's right underneath, sort of here, where that fleshy colour is. And some people really struggle because they just don't like the feeling on their eyes of having the pencil that close. And I get that. So I've tried different ways of doing this, and I find the best way is just to close my eyes and just rub it like that. I'm not tightly closing my eyes, just enough to be able to get my pencil in there, and that's what it looks like. So that top liner now looks a lot darker having that tight line in there. Now tight lining works really well with older eyes because it does make them look more open. The other way that some people manage their tight line is by holding their eye up and doing it that way. So you can see now where I'm trying to get it. And I can manage it that way as well, and it doesn't irritate my eyes. The only problem with doing it that way is if you've got eyeshadow on already and you're holding your eye up, you just got to be really careful that you don't take your eyeshadow off. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye with the brown. If you've got time at home, this is a really good experiment to try. So that's tight line done on both eyes. That's black, that's brown, and on me I think I'm still preferring the brown. Now what we're going to do next is the under eye, so where the lower lashes are. black again, just better check, yep. This is easier than the top because you haven't got any much in the way here. You don't have to hold your pencil in any particular way. Just running it along my lashes. So that's the black. I'm going to go in with the brown. I've decided to film this on a day when I've got cold, so my eyes are watering now, which is really annoying, but hey ho, I'll deal with it. So that's the under eye area done. Black, brown. I still haven't changed my mind. I think I prefer the brown. Although I can see the black starting to look a bit like a smoky eye. So if that's the look I was trying to go for, I probably would stick with the black. But if you want something more subtle, then the brown is definitely doing it. And the last part of the exercise is to do the waterline, which is this here. So I'm going to go with the black. Now my eyes are watering, so I'm masking a lot of this eyeliner now. So there's the black. And let's do the brown. I'm just going to sharpen it again. So there we have it. Black versus brown. Black. Brown. I actually think they both look okay. I could get away with either of these, but for me, I think the brown is the best. However, I haven't put any mascara on yet, so I'm going to do that now. Just quickly curl my eyelashes. I'm trying to rush this now because I've had horrendous high watering situations going on today, so it's been tricky keeping all this makeup on. I've had to have a big chunk of time between getting it on and finishing it so that I could avoid the eyes watering everywhere. So I'm only going to put this on the top lashes. This is the Urban Decay Perversion. Just finish it off nicely. I think one of the issues that a lot of people come across is that they're just too heavy-handed with the liner, particularly on the top lash line, which makes the whole eye look heavy. And I see a lot of people on Facebook who are wearing black eyeliner and nothing else, and I always think if you're going to do that, having some eyeshadow on is a better option. So I've just put 2 quick coats on, which is what I would normally do. Sometimes I go for a third. So what do you think? I'd love to know in the comments which you think you prefer and how you wear your eyeliner. Do you do the whole rimmed thing, or do you just do bottom line, top line? None at all. Love to know. Just jump down into the comments below and give me your opinion. Thanks for watching this. I'm so glad you joined me today, and I'd love to hear more from you, particularly about what you'd like to see me do going forwards. Take my hair down with regards to the sorts of videos that you'd like to see, what you'd like to learn. Just jump in the comments and ask away, and I will do it for you. See you again soon. Bye everybody.